Before we get into today's Vikings franchise episode, I just have to say, as a Vikings fan, since Dante Culpepper's first year as a starter, which would have been back in 2000, yesterday's Vikings game against the Bills was probably the greatest game I've ever seen them play, especially in the regular season. You have the Minneapolis Miracle game up there, but man, the last 2 minutes and overtime of that game, that was one of the most incredible, stressful, and exhilarating football games and moments, experiences I've ever seen. I could not believe any of what was going on because none of that typically happens to the Vikings in my experience of watching this team now for over 20 years. This season has made me very happy the Vikings did not enter a full-on rebuild during the offseason, and they've proved a lot of people, including me, wrong being as good as they have. And it makes me want to fix our Vikings up even more in this series where we have not been anywhere near as successful. We are 6-5 right now, and this has been a really interesting season for us. As we began the year with a 2-game losing streak with Richard Hudick as the starter. Of course, those games played on all Madden. We make the move to Jalen Hurts because I wanted to save our season. My goal going into the vast majority of my years in franchise is to try and win. And 2 games in, I didn't like what I saw from Richard Hudick, and I wanted to see what Jalen Hurts could do because I thought it might be able to save our season. And here we are at this stage of the year with a 6-5 record. We are still in the playoff hunt, but losing last episode to Arizona the way we did really hurts. That was a heartbreaking loss. Jalen Hurts had all kinds of turnovers, and it was the kind of game that can spark change in a team. First, let me make sure that we're on All-Pro today. But I think that now is the time for Richard Hudick to become the starting quarterback once again of the Vikings. I know people have been calling for this for a while, especially after last episode with all the turnovers from Jalen Hurts. But I do think it's time for Hudick's development and for this team to perhaps reach its ceiling. Now, we have done really well with Jalen Hurts as the starting quarterback, and as a starter, he's gone 6-3 this season, which is a really respectable record. And his stats are really good. 16 touchdowns to 7 picks, 72% completion percentage. So why the move if I still want us to win and hopefully go to the playoffs? As I've looked at the last 2 games that we've lost especially, I think there has been something missing for this team, and it's something we're going to need if we're going to beat really good teams and win in the playoffs to begin with. Jalen Hurts is doing a good job, but one area of this team that has lacked is the passing game. Despite the efficiency of Jalen Hurts, we have not been able to actually produce the way we need to win some of these tough games. You go back to the Packer game, you go back to the last game against Arizona, the passing game has underwhelmed, and we have a bottom 10 performing passing offense this year. And I think a big part of it is that we're not getting downfield with Jalen Hurts at all. And so we're relying so much on the running game, on his scrambling and efficiency. But when the going gets tough and you're in a tough game, sometimes you need that big play. Think back yesterday, Vikings were down 17 to the Bills. It was a Dalvin Cook long touchdown that got them back in the game. And I just haven't seen that kind of big play potential out of this team, and I haven't seen us use T. Higgins and Justin Jefferson the way we need if we're to win those tough games that I've been mentioning. We're 28th in passing yards this year. Looking at the longest passes here for Jalen Hurts, we have missed the big play element. In only 1 game does he have a pass longer than 31 yards. I feel like we have reached our ceiling with Hurts as the quarterback this year. And now that Hudick has some development under his belt, I want to take the chance that he could actually provide that missing piece to our offense. Now, we'd obviously lose something. We lose the scrambling that Jalen Hurts provided. and he was able to save some tough third down scenarios with that scrambling. And while Hudick can scramble a little bit as well, 78 speed should not be taken too seriously. What I want to see is Hudick throw the ball down the field, and what we've seen over the course of the preseason and the little bit of playtime here is that he does want to push the ball downfield a bit more. And I think that can play to our advantage. But ultimately, if you go back to one of the previous episodes, and I tried to find the clip, but I couldn't find the episode it was in, I said that after the Jalen Hurts move, that I could see us going back to Hudick later in the year because we need a spark. I think I said something along the lines of us being 7-6 or something like that and needing to get something over the edge. And that's the exact situation that we found ourselves in. So while Hudick hasn't had as much development this year because of the benching, the team has succeeded, and I don't think we could have been 6-5 with Richard Hudick. And ultimately, we have a superstar in Justin Jefferson, and I want to see if Richard Hudick can help us get a little bit more out of him. He's had good games, but only 1 over 100 yards and only a couple touchdowns on the year. So I have Jefferson playing in the slot now, and I think that will make some easier targets happen. But we have downfield threats elsewhere with T. Higgins, with KJ Hamler, not so much Quan Alexander, maybe in a busted coverage or something like that. He doesn't have the deep route running or the release to really be a dominant deep threat, but I think the playmakers are there. So today, against a San Francisco team that I am certainly not going to be overlooking, I want to see Richard Hudick return as the starter for the remainder of the season to see where we can go from here. And we're going to go with that throw it deep game plan today. We won't have our center Keith Boyce today due to an ACL sprain in practice. And defensively, it looks like we're going to be missing Lewis Seen, safety with turf toe. At safety in this game, we're going to start out with Cam Bynum, who has 15 higher awareness than rookie Tracy Hines, but I think I might have them split the duty here just because Hines is a hidden dev rookie. He is a faster, more rangy cover guy. He's just not a great tackler, lower awareness. We haven't really seen him play, but I think we can split time there at safety today. And given this is a San Francisco team that's more of a run-heavy offense, I think Bynum's probably a better fit for this game. We're facing a 49er team that thankfully does not have Christian McCaffrey, but Trey Lance is the quarterback, and he's a 79 overall with superstar development right now. Excellent short and then good medium accuracy, that 87 speed. Definitely worried about what he can do against this defense. Elijah Mitchell as the starting running back. Receivers are Debo, Chase Claypool, and the speedsters John Ross and Danny Gray, along with Tutu Atwell. So you can see what their focus has been on in acquiring receivers. Man, Trent Williams still doing this at a very high level at 36 years old. David Edwards, Lucas Patrick. So you have some good tackles, but the interior is a little more shaky. And then on defense, got rookie here, Dennis Winters. Looks like a very promising D tackle. Fred Warner's there, best linebacker here in Madden 23. A secondary, though, that I see no reason why we can't make some big plays happen. Oh, man, I can't believe we wasted that Cam Dantzler performance against Arizona last episode. If we win that game, I don't think we make the quarterback change, but just the difference between being 7-4 versus 6-5 and the turnovers that led to us losing the game. And then just, I've been thinking about this big play, downfield passing game for a while. And obviously the development of Hudick is pretty important. I was willing to put it on hold while we were still winning and looking like we were in great shape for the playoffs. But at 6-5, that seems like a record where making a change does make some sense. So with that, everybody, we're going all purple in this one against San Francisco, hoping for Richard Hudick to show more than we've seen from him in the first little bit of playing time he has had. So he struggled on All Madden, of course, and then we saw him recently on All Pro almost throw a terrible interception. but then it was dropped and he came back to make some nice throws. I like his decisiveness as a passer, just sometimes that's going to lead to some mistakes. So, is he able to give us more big plays now to hopefully cancel some of that out? Because he's still a young quarterback that's developing. The mistakes are going to happen, but hopefully they're not mistakes that can wreck your day. Welcome back to Richard Hudick as the starting quarterback of the Vikings. 3 tight ends as we get the game underway, and it's a play action on first down. Gets it out to Dalvin Cook for a gain of 3. I am interested possibly in tweaking the playbook to be a little more run-heavy to take some of the pressure off of Hudick here in the passing game, as he will dump it underneath, and it is a catch. Out of bounds goes KJ Hamler, who is starting in the place of Quan Alexander, just to see if some of that big play element arrives from Minnesota. Caught by Jefferson on third down. First down, Vikes. Hudick hands off. This is Dalvin Cook, and on back-to-back runs, he doesn't get much. Vikings come out trying to establish Dalvin, but third down, it's time for your quarterback to make a play. 9 to go for Richard Hudick. He feels the rush and dumps it off, and Dalvin's right at the marker. Where do they spot it? First down, Vikings. Almost everything running through Dalvin Cook here in the first drive, and now Chase Edmonds will jump into the game on first down. Dumped over the middle, and it's a 6-yard pickup going to T. Higgins. He's wearing that number 85. I keep thinking he's a tight end because receivers don't often wear numbers in the 80s anymore. Downfield and caught! It's hauled in by Jefferson at the San Francisco 26. Hudick on second down. He's got him open. Touchdown, Jefferson. Welcome back to Richard Hudick. 8 for 8 on the opening drive, and 3 of those going to Justin Jefferson. What a nice throw. Decisively, looking downfield. That's why he's back as the starter. Man coverage against Jefferson here inside. Nice job against Jason Verrett, and there's just no catching up. That was 3 catches for 49 yards and the touchdown for Jefferson on the opening drive. San Francisco's turn now, and a good run to get things underway with Elijah Mitchell. It's a gain of 8. Really interested in how Trey Lance plays here. I just want to see his tendencies as a quarterback. Debo on the end around and a first down. Lance to throw on first down, and that one's caught. It's Debo Samuel for a gain of 9. They go play action on second down. It's dropped off to George Kittle. And San Francisco's off to a nice start with their first drive. It's a play fake on first down, and Lance connects again, this time with Chase Claypool. To keep it on the ground, that's Debo on the carry. He gets up to the 31-yard line. And now this is a look where Chase Claypool is in the backfield. I think Samuel's off. 3rd and 3, and it's caught first down. Who wears number 12 now? That is John Ross. Lance on first down. Hooks up again inside the 20, and there is Claypool. As impressive as that Vikings opening drive was, Trey Lance, he's 6 for 6. And now he throws it out to Samuel, and he'll score a touchdown. Right down the field, San Francisco answers. And for Trey Lance, who grew up in Minnesota and did not get an offer to play quarterback by the Minnesota Gophers, he's showing out here in his homecoming. All right, 1 drive in for both teams. It's been impressive. Hudick on his second drive. He's going outside. Threw it just in time there to stay perfect on the day. From the empty on second down. Hudick's going downfield. It's caught! And he is out of bounds. Jefferson did not get the second foot down. So close. Third down after the first incompletion of the ball game. It's a conversion going to T. Higgins. First down, Vikings. From the split backfield, dumped off here. Jefferson cannot get away. He goes out of bounds to make it third down and 13. Now, how aggressive does he get in these situations? It's a four-man rush. Hudick outside. He overthrows Cook, and it's fourth down. San Francisco begins this drive backed up at their 2. And Lance will dump it outside, and they get their breathing room. Handoff going to Mitchell. First down, 49ers. Now running some option, and we're all over Trey Lance in the backfield. With Mike McGlinchey shaken up on the play. Harrison Smith was in there, and we read that play nicely. Second down now for San Francisco, and this is Mitchell. Breaks a tackle, reaches forward, and that is a first down. It's Lance on second down, and he takes off and slides down in front of Benjamin St-Juste. That makes it third down, San Francisco. Vikings looking for their first stop defensively. And they're getting through, and Lance throws it into his own lineman. Incomplete. We got through so quickly, I thought they were setting up a screen. So each team gets a score, and then each team gets a stop. It is Hudick, and he's going down on the first down play. Tyir Tart meets him. This is second down and 15, and Hudick underneath. Jefferson very close to the first down. You have to love already how much we are going Jefferson's way. That is refreshing. That makes it third down, Minnesota. And Hudick, he got him! Oh, I thought he overthrew Higgins there. But he was throwing it outside. It was a tougher throw. Probably not the right throw when you have a more sure thing there for a first down. But that's a nice ball right there to Dalvin. Dalvin's gotten open, by the way, against Fred Warner. So don't be surprised if there's more of that going forward. Play fake now on first down. And Hudick has Jefferson at the San Francisco 38. Fake to Dalvin. Out to the right. This one's caught. It's crossing. Down to the 25. We're just letting Hudick throw it now, and that was really strange. So we started off really kind of focused on Dalvin, and now just kind of letting Hudick throw it. On second down, he's got a man. That's Hamler. I do want to make sure we get some Quan Alexander in there, but I thought that some snaps for Hamler would be nice. I wish it was easier to kind of get that rotation the way you want it. And there's a first down to Jefferson on 3rd and 3. What a busy first half. His first half stat line looks like some of his best games on the season. We're halfway through the second quarter, I might add. 6:50 left to go in the second. Hudick looks toward the end zone! Touchdown! T. Higgins! It's the second touchdown pass for Richard Hudick, and the Vikings retake the lead. How about that protection and how open these receivers have gotten for him? Such a fun start to this game. Now San Francisco, they are back on the move again. Deebo Samuel's been making plays, but they do get stuffed on a third down run and are forced to punt it back to the Vikings. 17 to T. Higgins. 25 to T. Higgins. Why don't we rejoin the offense? Richard Hudick, I think, has really benefited from getting all those upgrades. That's a fake on first down, and Hudick stays on his feet and then lost the football. And it's scooped up by San Francisco, and this is going for an Eric Armstead touchdown. Wow. That pressure came in so quickly. By the time he avoided the first defender, the second one was already in his face. Let's check this out again. Darisaw he's too wide. Darisaw can't get to him. So it's a free run at the quarterback. And yeah, he's able to get away initially, but then here comes Arik Armstead splitting a double team of Brian O'Neill and Irv Smith. So that's definitely not on Hudick, and it's a hit stick here in the backfield. Well, those plays are going to happen from time to time. Vikings now 2:40 left to go in the first half. Hudick's got time and looks towards Jefferson for a gain of 5. They fake it to Jefferson, and now Dalvin gets caught up into a hit stick again from Arik Armstead. Makes it 3rd and 4. Hudick across the middle. It's Irv Smith, and the drive will continue. I like to see us control the remainder of this first half. 1:24 to go. We let the clock run there. Running the clock down. We have all timeouts, so if we can get a play, we can use the timeout and change up the clock management. This is a safe one. Dalvin behind his blockers gets about 4. And with a minute left, it's zipped across the middle to Irv Smith. He gets that ball out pretty quickly. I think he's just identifying things faster than he was when we last saw him. 3rd and 3 out the back door. Hudick off balance, but almost got it there. 4th down. And now a really good run back on the punt return. So San Francisco, they have a shot now with a 2-minute drill opportunity. Only like 40 seconds, but they have all their timeouts. 20, 30 yards gets them in field goal range. And it's 1st and 10 for Trey Lance as we send pressure, and they lost the football. Vikings take over. Montez Sweat came through unblocked. These teams are really just trying to copy one another. Each have a couple nice touchdown drives. The quarterbacks have lost fumbles. And suddenly Hudick has it again. At the 31 of San Francisco, he rolls away. Across the middle, it's Hamler. Down to the 17. We hurry to the line, preserving that last timeout. 20 seconds left. Hudick up top. He throws it away. 2nd down. Hudick in trouble. He's going down. Back at the 24. Vikings have to use a timeout. I wish the AI knew to do it with 3 seconds and not 10. You know, they always say, the announcers love to, like, bring this up, like, you do it on 3rd down so you can, if you bobble the snap, you can try again on 4th down. When have we ever seen that actually occur? Like, it just keeps sounding like a hypothetical that I've never seen. Maybe it's probably happened because they always bring it up. Just like they always bring up, like, there's no more 5-yard face mask. Like, yeah, it's been over a decade since 5-yard face mask was a thing. Or the push-out rule. Yeah, you don't gotta talk to me about the push-out rule, all right? San Francisco starts off the second half down by 3. And they go 13 yards to George Kittle, 3 yards to Elijah Mitchell, and then Debo keeps them moving. Let's jump back in here with the 49er offense. When they've used Debo, it's been pretty automatic. Who is over him right now? Is that Sweat? I don't like that matchup. What are we doing here? Sweat's in man coverage. And he almost knocked it away. Yeah, these 3-4 defenses are going to get you in some goofy situations like that. But it's not unlike what happens in real life as Debo loses yardage. 3rd down now for the 49ers. They're on the edge of field goal range. Lance works left and throws it incomplete into a sea of purple. Somehow not intercepted. And now they got a kicker out for a 55-yard try. And it doesn't get there. He missed it short. It's Rodrigo Blankenship. And he comes up empty. Minnesota takes over. Jefferson run of 2, a drop for Higgins. 3rd and 10, 13 to JJ. Let's jump back into this game now. probably the remainder, as missed field goals there trigger this super sim bug. So I'm unable to back out now. Play fake for Hudick, and it's dropped by Herb Smith. Very catchable. I think Hudick's going to throw it 50 times in this game. We've suddenly gone extremely pass heavy. Hudick throws outside, and it's caught again by Justin Jefferson. What did Fred Warner do to go in the zone, man? 3rd and 10. Hudick's got time, wants Smith underneath, and he ends up shy. It's a fake, and Justin Tucker does not get there. We ran a direct snap to the kicker. We can't be doing that. Why do they love calling these fake field goals? This has been a thing now for a couple of Maddens. As we all know, the Texans series was notorious for it. Debo on the outside, he's taken down by Dantzler. They run inside, and the Vikings meet Eli Mitchell. It's a short pickup. 3rd and 5, San Francisco. We've been able to make some plays defensively. Lance throws across the middle to Claypool. 1st down. A 4-man rush, and Lance connects on the short throw. That's John Ross. Up to the 46. They run it, and Oldham right there. He's always around the football. Not much for Mitchell to make it 3rd down and 8. Kittle off to the right side. Lance feels the rush. Kittle on the catch. 1st down, San Francisco. It is 1st down, and Lance has it knocked away by Keyshawn Oldham. Threw it inside there for his 3rd incompletion. And that makes it 2nd down. Lance on the run. Past one defender, and then Dantzler with a good wrap-up. Dantzler, a very good tackler. It is 3rd down. The name of the game has been creating pressure in these scenarios, and they can't do it. 1st down to Claypool, to the 16. What a great game we've had in this one. It's 17-14, Vikes on top, trying to protect down near the red zone. And Lance swings it out. Broken tackle for Mitchell, and he gets 3. They flip it. This is Ross, hit down by Montez Sweat. 3rd down, San Francisco. A big one here. Lance looks across the middle, sees nothing, and lost the ball. And now it's picked up by a lineman. He's going down. And the Vikings hold in the red zone. What a strange play. But San Francisco can bring out the field goal team and tie this game up. It's a 35-yard try for Blankenship. And this time, he knocks it through. Returnable, Kene Wongwu angles outside and ends up at the 23-yard line. The Vikings with Richard Hudick certainly have played some refreshing football today. Now, it hasn't fixed everything. The 3rd quarter was quite quiet. We had a bad turnover on the fumble. And now Hudick trying to bring the Vikings down the field. This is Dalvin. And a good start to this drive. Now we bring Hamler in motion. Dalvin running. It's a 1st down to the 34. That is only the 6th carry of the entire game for Dalvin Cook. I can't believe how pass heavy we've been. But Hudick has played a pretty good game and now takes off, showing what he can do as a scrambler as he gains 6. 8:40 to go in the ball game. Hudick swings it out. Dalvin Cook to the 40. Breaking a tackle, he gets a short gain. 3rd down now. They need the 44. They trust Dalvin. He gets it. Running inside to the 48-yard line. Chase Edmonds gives Dalvin a rest. And he carries on 1st down and falls across the 50-yard line. We haven't ran the ball that well. Going pass heavy does make some sense, and you combine the fact that Hudick has played really well. Dumps this one. T. Higgins close to the mark. 30 of 39 in the air. But with Dalvin back in on third down, they still look to throw it, and it's hauled in! That is KJ Hamler. He makes a tough grab at the 36. And the Vikings stay on the move. 40 passes to 10 runs on the day. They fake it to Dalvin. Wide open! Higgins inside the 20. Vikings in the red zone with 6 minutes left. This time, Dalvin running inside. Not much there on his 8th carry. I'd love to see us run this clock a little bit, but you can only run it so much. Second down, Dalvin off the right side. He's inside the 10. Dalvin tired, trying to catch his breath. 3rd and 2. I think you throw it here. And they will look to do so. Hudick swings it out. There is a penalty, and Dalvin had no chance on the play. So now we check the flag. Holding against the Vikings. It is right tackle Brian O'Neill. And they accepted it? Why didn't they decline the penalty? It would have been like 4th and 5. And then we run it. 2 confusing choices in a row. All that did is run more time down. Weird. 4th down. Justin Tucker, the best to ever do it. 34 yards out. The kick is good. And the Vikings are up 20-17. Trey Lance leading out the San Francisco offense. The star from North Dakota State. Played his high school football, Marshall, Minnesota? He hands this. Debo gets caught up, and he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 3.5 to go. Mitchell off right tackle. Cuts downhill and explodes to the 40-yard line. Nice running by Eli Mitchell. Outside zone run to perfection. San Francisco with a big first down. They go with the split backfield. Lance rolls right, throws across the middle. That's Debo. 2-minute warning approaching. Here comes Claypool, but it goes to Mitchell. He gets the first down. Mitchell's played a nice game. 2 minutes left to go. Protected. Lance on the move. He has a wide open Claypool at the 21 of the Vikings. And pressure now on this Viking defense. 21 yards out. Lance toward the end zone. Out of bounds and broken up by Dantzler. Oh, we're going down to the wire. Intense Viking football, as it always is. Lance dumps it. Caught by Mitchell, and he gets 4. Why does it always come down to these moments? Play fake Lance. He steps to his right, away from the pressure, and he slides down. And they'll bring out the field goal team, as the Vikings do not call a timeout. Blankenship, 33 out. He got of the way, and it's good. So close to a block for a Caleb Evans. Don't tell me this Viking game is going to overtime as well. 28 seconds to go, 3 timeouts Minnesota. And the first play call here should signal their motivations. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, probably a Dalvin run to the right. Inside instead, and a 3-yard gain. And nobody seems to have a sense of urgency here. No timeouts are being used, and we are going to be headed to overtime, it looks like. One last play, and it's Dalvin Cook. Nothing there. Triple zeros, and off we go to the overtime period. 20 apiece. The Minnesota Vikings looking for their 7th victory of the season. A loss drops us to 500, and we will get the ball first. A touchdown wins it. Here it is, his first start back, trying to keep the Vikings in the playoff hunt. In overtime, Richard Hudick has his chance. A touchdown ends it for Minnesota. Starting at the 25, Dalvin Cook tries to redirect and ends up with a gain of 1. Hudick on a deep drop on 2nd down. He does hit Hamler to make it 3rd and 3. Now, we saw a lot of Justin Jefferson early in this game. Not so much of him here in the second half. On 3rd down, they'll run it, and they do not come close. Dalvin gets stuffed. They don't trust the pass to get the job done, and the Vikings will be forced to punt this ball away. I don't like the call there when the running game hasn't done much for you. How can you trust it in that situation? And now the next score wins. And the 49ers will start at their own 21. And now Trey Lance gets his moment. Offset pistol. They run it. Mitchell with a nice move, and he's ahead to the 24. Debo on the carry, wrapped up quick. Not much there, it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, it's often come down to whether or not we can get pressure on Trey Lance. Vikings bring 5. A deep shot, knocked away by Dantzler. And the Vikings hold on 3rd down. When I saw Dantzler in coverage, I was confident he would make the play. Fair caught by the Vikings. Kene Nwangwu at the 30. Richard Hudick now knows all it takes is a field goal. Higgins wide left. A bunch on the right. Dalvin the back on 1st down. Hudick gets it away. Caught by Higgins. And he's had one of his best games of the year with Richard Hudick starting. He's well over 100 yards with a touchdown. 46 yards out, trying to set up the greatest kicker to ever kick. And it's a play fake away from the rush, and Hudick, you just got to keep going. 2nd down, Minnesota. I have no idea what that first red line is there. This one's caught. Irv Smith reaches forward with the extra effort. 3rd and 1. In what I would consider to be 4-down territory. Out of the gun on 3rd and 1. Dalvin again. 1st down. Back to Dalvin, but in the backfield, they meet him. That was a mess. Loss of 2. 3:27 to go in overtime. Jefferson's the lone receiver. Dalvin runs it. Gets a lane inside the 30, and the Vikings have it at the 27. In overtime last week against the Cardinals, in a similar situation, we did not kick the field goal. We eventually called a pass play on 3rd down, fumbled it away. And now in this situation, the offense will stay on the field. Dalvin gets us within range, though, and now just trying to get closer. Cook cuts right, centers it between the hashes, and the offense stays in the game. From the 24. Here comes JJ, but it's Dalvin again, and he fights his way to the 21, 3rd down, and now they bring out Justin Tucker. 38-yard try to win the game, and now a timeout by Minnesota, a timeout by San Francisco. Justin Tucker is on ice. Right hash from 38 yards out. Tucker gets it away, and the Vikings win the game, 23-20. A win in overtime by 3 points. Where have I seen that before? The Vikings take it home. Win number 7. And the playoff hopes remain wide open for Minnesota, moving to 7-5. A successful return to the starting lineup for quarterback Richard Hudick, the rookie, who looks like he's grown a lot over the course of this season. He did not throw a single pass that I thought could be intercepted today. That was an outstanding passing performance, and the Vikings earned this win. 35 of 45, 336 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. One of the best quarterbacked games of this series. We did not have a great running game, but Dalvin gave us his best run when it mattered the most, that 17-yarder. Defense could have done some things better, but I'm very happy to get Jefferson and Higgins involved like this. This is what our team should be doing. Over 200 yards combined, 2 touchdowns combined, 17 catches. That is the formula that can carry us further. I don't regret benching Hudick or letting Hurts start as many games as we had. I think for us to be in this position, we had to play Jalen Hurts. But I think that week 3 was the right time to make a change, and week 13 was the right time to make another change. And now at 7-5, we'll see what's ahead for this Vikings team that is in a great position to go and win a wild card. But now we have a very tough Dallas team coming up. They're 9-3. This could end up being a very pivotal game here in the playoff race, as we are only slotted in for the 6th seed in the NFC. Around us, we still have the Saints to worry about, the Cardinals, who beat us and own a head-to-head tiebreaker, and the Panthers at 6-6, 1 game back. Obviously, losing to Arizona really hurts. I think we need to at least finish with 10 wins to make sure we have a chance. I think if we go 10-7, we should be able to at least be the 7 seed. But for the Vikings, an interesting season gets even more interesting with the developments of this week. For T. Higgins, this was his first 100-yard game as a Viking. And for Justin Jefferson, who did not break 100 yards in this game despite the big first half, it was his second most productive game of the entire season. If this passing game sticks around, I'll see y'all in the playoffs. But that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Welcome back to Richard Hudick. What did you think of the way he played today? Leave your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the episode, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next episode against the Dallas Cowboys. Have a great day.